What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and you're watching NFL Daily. Today's show, I got a six-pack of NFL training camp news that I'm ready to kick it open for you guys. And here's the thing, starting off with some bad news around A.J. Green. So bad news for Bengals fans if there's anyone out there or anyone who drafted him in fantasy, cough, cough me, because according to Adam Schefter, Green will likely be sidelined for 6 to 8 weeks. Cincinnati was hoping Green would miss only 4 weeks with a low ankle sprain, but an MRI revealed torn ligaments in his left ankle. Green is getting a second opinion, and isn't expected to have surgery. Now, here's the thing. Green is expected to miss week 1. The report is that he is doubtful, but when I see 6 to 8 weeks, I'm not a mathematician, but it's looking like he's going to be out week 1. The other concerning issue is the Bengals themselves, they don't know if he's going to be available until week 4. There's been multiple reports that he could miss weeks 1, 2, and 3, and we can all agree on this. A.J. Green is a lot better on the field than on the sidelines, but he's been on the sideline lately. In 2018, in 9 games, 46 catches, but he only played in 9 games. Sure, 2017 was a great year, but in 2016, only 10 games. 2015, he did put up 1,297 yards. Here's the interesting thing, though, about A.J. Green. He has been so dominant since coming out of Georgia. In fact, 2016 was the first year in his entire career where he had under 1,000 receiving yards. And heck, he almost did it in 10 games, which is why I'm going to ask everybody who's watching us right now on YouTube or on Facebook, is A.J. Green still an elite wide receiver? When I think of the word elite, I definitely don't think of Joe Flacco, but I think of a wide receiver who is in the top 10, a top 10 wide receiver. So I ask everybody who's watching, is A.J. Green a top 10 elite wide receiver in the NFL? I want you to type Y for yes or N for no. Let's go to Kansas City and talk about the Chiefs' starting running back, because Andy Reid said just 2 weeks ago that he wants Damien Williams to be the full-time starter. Now, a hamstring injury is holding Williams out of training camp today, Monday, July 29th. Williams left Sunday's practice early because of the hamstring injury, and there has been no indication yet how long he's going to be out, or even really what the injury necessarily could become. My only concern with hamstring injuries or any soft tissue injuries, when a running back or really any player sustains an injury like this early in training camp and you miss time, that has a tendency to linger. So don't worry, here at Chat Sports, we're going to keep you up to date on all NFL injuries, players, Damien Williams. We're going to let you know how he's feeling, how he's progressing, and hopefully Williams can get out there week 1 for this Kansas City Chiefs, because when he had to fill in last year because the Chiefs running backs, think about it, Kareem Hunt was down, Spencer Ware injury, and once Damien Williams stepped in as the starter role, he was looking pretty good. So 50 carries, 256 yards, but you like to see that 5.1 yards per carry with 4 touchdowns. But the way Damien Williams really made an impact, because believe it or not, 50 carries was a career high for Damien Williams. But the way that he made an impact for the Chiefs was out of the receiving game. 23 catches, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The ability to be able to run between the tackles and also catch the ball really opens up things for that Chiefs offense. Now, here's the Chiefs running back depth chart. It looks a lot different. You have Williams, who, like I said before, think about this. Your starting running back who's had a career-high 50 carries. Also important to remember, Andy Reid kind of leans on only one guy. Then they went out and they got Carlos Hyde. Thompson. Also, there's reports right now that Williams has actually been in the mix early in training camp because of the injury to Williams. But here's the thing, if Damien is on the field, he's going to be probably the main ball carrier for this Kansas City Chiefs offense. So, I'm going to ask everybody right now here on Chat Sports. So I run the show for the Raiders here at Chat Sports, and who's going to have more total yards in 2019? I want you to type D for Damien Williams or type J for Josh Jacobs. The Raiders, they drafted Jacobs 24th overall this year, and is he going to have more total yards than Damien Williams? Type D for Damien Williams, or I want you guys to type J for Josh Jacobs. Who likes the NFL? I do. I love the NFL. And get us to 150K subscribers by week 1. I'm challenging everybody out there to get Chat Sports to 150K subscribers by week 1 of the NFL. Because if you love the NFL, which I would imagine is why you're watching us here, because We need to get to 150, okay? We need to get to 150. I want to continue to make more videos. We're going to continue to pump out a bunch of videos. We're at 1,200, oh my gosh, 129,884. You don't want me teaching your kids math, that's for sure. But if you want me to continue to make videos here at Chat Sports, subscribe, get us to 150K. And if you do, hit me up on IG or Twitter and I'll share it that you did on my next show. All right, let's go to this next one here. We're going to Tennessee. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry was in a walking boot after getting injured at Friday's practice. I know these boots are made for walking, but Henry isn't going to be walking over anybody on the football field anytime soon. Now, according to Titans head coach Mike Vrabel, the Titans are, in quotes, not worried about Henry's lower leg injury. And here's the other thing. The Tennessee Titans, they don't really need to be worried because they don't have any real reason to rush him back. They have Dion Lewis, who is a solid backup running back. Now, Henry is expected to miss most of training camp. But I think by now the Titans know what they have in Derrick Henry after having him for the last 3 seasons. Now, 12 touchdowns last year was by far Derrick Henry's best year. He also eclipsed the 200 carry mark for the very first time in his career. Derrick Henry, I can't even imagine seeing this guy running down the football field at you, especially in the fourth quarter. Now, the reason why this is maybe a little bit bigger news is because people who, like myself, are drafting Derrick Henry in fantasy football leagues because of what this guy did over the last 4 games of last year, because it's bananas. 87 carries, 585 yards. He averaged 6.7 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns. Over the last 4 games, he had more yards and rushing touchdowns than he did the first 12 weeks of the season. That's pretty insane. Now, Derrick Henry is an intimidating man. So I'm going to ask everybody who's watching right now, okay? You ready for this? Would you rather, we're going to play a game. Would you rather get trucked by Derrick Henry, okay? You're sitting there, you're ready to tackle Derrick Henry, you got your feet going, and then hit stick, you're on the ground. Or would you rather get sacked by Khalil Mack? You're back in the pocket, you're dropping back, you're looking for your receiver, and then you just get hit by Khalil Mack. So I want you guys to comment below. Would you rather get trucked by Derrick Henry or sacked by Khalil Mack? Comment below. Let's go to the Rams. We're talking about Todd Gurley because if you remember, which you would remember if you subscribe because we talked about this all offseason long, Gurley's knee injury acted up a bunch last year at the end of the season, plus in the playoffs. So the Rams are using the veteran plan to limit Todd Gurley's reps this training camp. That means Gurley won't play in preseason games and will receive multiple practices off. Also, he gets a free year of Life Alert. So in case if Todd Gurley falls down, he not only gets to take off practices, he just has to push a button and somebody comes and picks him up, because if you fall down, Life Alert, they got you. They don't sponsor the show, but if you want to sponsor it, hit me up, Life Alert. I love me some Todd Gurley because in my opinion, when fully healthy, Todd Gurley is one of the best running backs in the NFL, and he's proven that over the last 4 years. His rookie year, 250 touches, 10 touchdowns. 2016, he had to deal with just a whole bunch of, we'll say BS in that offense. Jeff Fisher, he stink. And then 2017, 2018, this dude was an MVP caliber running back, and I do not want to see this guy fall off. Yes, he got paid, but the knee injuries are starting to scare me a little bit. And when you hear all the reports that the Rams are going to take it easy, they're going to put him on a veteran plan, I'm just saying right now, Todd, rest up your knees, my man, because I want to see a full 16 games this season. So I wanted to ask this question because I'm just genuinely curious, because a lot of times I hear the running back position isn't really important anymore in the NFL, and I don't know if I totally agree with that. So which running back will have the most total yards over the next 3 years? We're going to look into the future, okay? Look into the future. Tell me which running back in the NFL right now will have the most total yards over the next 3 years. Will it be Le'Veon Bell? Could it be Saquon Barkley? Ezekiel Elliott? Those are probably my top players that I would pick, but I want to know from everybody watching, because Chat Sports here, we are the most interactive YouTube channel, and we want to hear from our loyal subscribers. So let me know in the comment section. I'm also going to let you know about a deal that we got going on right now, and if I don't mean to brag, it's pretty effing awesome. MyBookie, they're hooking us up with this awesome deal, and you need to use it. Go to chatsports.com/mybookie. Put down my promo code ChatNFL for 100% deposit bonus. If you do this, hit me up. I might be able to get you an NFL jersey. Wink, wink. Let's move on now to the New Orleans, where I've been dying to go, and I want to get me some beads because you know what happens then. The Saints, they took a shot on Meredith with a 2-year, $9.6 million offer sheet last year. Meredith broke out with 66 catches, 888 yards, and 4 touchdowns all the way back in 2016. But that horrible ACL tear in the preseason with the Bears, that kind of, sent his career spiraling. So today, the Saints, they released the 26-year-old wide receiver, and really, why does that matter? The reason why that actually matters is because I think this is going to help Michael Thomas get that new deal. Thomas enters the final year of his rookie contract, which pays a base salary of $1.14 million. Between you and me, I would love to make it. Michael Thomas, however, who's balled out the last 3 years, wants to get paid a little bit more. But without an extension in place, Thomas isn't likely to report to camp and will be fined $40K for each day he's missed. The good news, Thomas's agent and the Saints appear to be talking every single day, and they're actually getting close to a deal. According to Yahoo Sports, the Saints' latest offer for a deal would pay Thomas $18 to $19 million per year, but Thomas is seeking, listen to this, $20 million a year. Now, why does $20 million sound like a lot? Well, one, it is a lot, but it would also make him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL per year. OBJ right now is making 18. AB is making 16.7. Evans, Cook, DeAndre Hopkins, 16.5 and under. Michael Thomas has been incredible. There is no doubt about that. Since he came into the league as a second-round pick out of Ohio State, Michael Thomas has been one of the most productive and been one of the most consistent wide receivers. Last year, he had 125 catches, okay? 125 catches for a wide receiver who's just starting to get in the groove. The reason why I think he's getting even closer now to getting that deal is tell me another wide receiver on the Saints. I'll wait. I got all day. The reason the Saints are in win-now mode, they are one of the most complete teams in the NFL. So this is a big reason why I think when you see Meredith going, then your next options are like Ted Ginn Jr., Michael Thomas is there. Sure, now they have Jared Cook, but I'm telling you right now, this is going to help Michael Thomas get that $20 million, and I actually think the Saints need to end up doing it because you need to win right now because it's the only time you're going to have Drew Brees. So does Michael Thomas, though, actually deserve to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL? I want you to type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. I always understand that the next player is going to make the most money, but I actually kind of hate that mentality because does he deserve to make more than OBJ? Does OBJ deserve to make more than Antonio Brown? I want you guys to comment below. So 1 for yes and 2 for no. So I'm going to wrap this show up here in the city of brotherly love. We're going to Philadelphia because 94 WIP's Elliott Shore Parks reports Jordan Howard has been dominating carries with the first-team offense at Eagles camp. Also, the Philly Inquirer's Jeff McClain says Howard will lead the Eagles in rush attempts this season, with Miles Sanders getting some work on early downs. Also, Darren Sproles or Corey Clement are going to dominate the passing game reps. Jordan Howard is an interesting running back because Jordan Howard, believe it or not, is actually a top 5 running back in terms of rushing yards the last 3 years. And yet, he was traded away from the Bears because he didn't fit the Matt Nagy system. I mean, look at these numbers. They're impressive. In 2016, he came in as a rookie. The only guy who had more rushing yards than he did as a rookie was Ezekiel Elliott. In 2017, over 1,000 rushing yards again. And then even last year, another 935 season with 9 touchdowns. Jordan Howard is a productive running back for the Philadelphia Eagles, but if there's one fan base that I think watches us more than anyone, it's probably the Dallas Cowboys, thanks to my man Tom. So who's going to have more wins in 2019? I want you to type C for the Cowboys or type E for the Eagles. It's pretty interesting, okay? So let me know. Since Dak's been there, the Cowboys have won 2 out of the 3 years. The Eagles also have a Super Bowl. So who's going to have more wins in 2019? I want you to type C for Cowboys or type E for the Philadelphia Eagles.